Have you ever wondered what the book of Revelation is all about and why this very bizarre book is even in the Bible? Well, if you've ever wondered that, then you're in the right place because I'm about to answer the question in our study of the first 2 verses of the book of Revelation. So hi, welcome to Bible Simplified. My name is Kim, and today I'm going to study the first 2 verses of the book of Revelation. So, do you have your Bible? If not, go and get it. In order to know what the book of Revelation is about, first we need to know, what does the word revelation mean? Now, when the book of Revelation was first written, it was actually written in the Greek language. So the word revelation is actually the English translation of the Greek word apocalypsis. You've probably heard the word apocalypse, and that's where the word apocalypse comes from. The word means unveiling or disclosing or revelation. So what exactly is being unveiled or disclosed or revealed? In order to answer that question, we need to look at the first verse. It states, "The revelation of Jesus Christ, which God gave to him to show his servants things which must shortly take place. And he sent it by his angel to his servant John." You see in that verse that the revelation was actually given to Jesus from God in order to give to us, his believers. And John was actually the one charged to write all these things down for us. Wait a minute. Some of you are probably thinking, if Jesus is God and God is all-knowing, then how can he not know that already? Great question. If we flip on over to Philippians chapter 2, verse 6 and 7, it answers the question for us. Speaking of Jesus, it states, "Though he was God, he did not think of equality with God as something to cling to. Instead, he gave up his divine privileges. He took the humble position of a slave and was born as a human being." You see, Jesus willingly gave up some of his divine attributes when he came down here to earth. One of those privileges he gave up was knowing certain things about prophecy. Of course, Jesus knew a lot of things about prophecy. He told us a lot of things in the books of Matthew, Mark, and Luke. But there were certain things that were not revealed to him at that time. In the book of Mark, chapter 13, Jesus was speaking about the end times. And one thing that he said was, "But of that day and hour, no one knows, not even the angels in heaven, nor the Son, but only the Father." Even though he knew a lot of things about prophecy, obviously, because he told us a lot of things, there were certain things that he did not know until it was later revealed to him. And that's what the book of Revelation is about. So that explains why God revealed it to Jesus. Why did he reveal it to us? So God revealed it to his believers because he wanted us to know what he was going to do. Now, there are other times in the Bible where God chose to tell his believers when he was about to enact judgment upon the world. In Genesis 18, verse 17, God says, "Shall I hide from Abraham what I'm doing?" He then proceeded to tell Abraham about his plans to destroy the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah because of their grave sin. Another example is in Genesis chapter 6, verse 7, when God tells Noah about his plans to send a flood to destroy the entire unbelieving world. And the third example is the book of Jeremiah. Now, Jeremiah was a prophet during the Old Testament days, and God actually gave him a warning that he was about to send judgment to his people. So each one of these is an example of God revealing to his people his plans to send judgment. And the book of Revelation is another example of this. Finally, we see at the end of the verse that John was actually given the job to write everything down so that we could read it. Now, John was actually a disciple of Jesus at the time when Jesus was here during his earthly ministry, and he lived with Jesus and he walked with Jesus all the way until his crucifixion. So thank you for joining me today. And in my next video, I'm going to answer the question, why should we even study end-time prophecy, as we look at verse 3 of Revelation chapter 1. Please like and subscribe and hit that notification bell so that you can be notified of my next video. So see you later. Bye-bye.